Hello YouTube, how is everyone doing? Professional here. Welcome back to my playthrough of Ace Attorney Investigations. So we're on to case 3, and I hope I got the cosplay right for Gregory Edgeworth. Let me know if I did a pretty good job on this outfit here, guys. But anyways, you guys told me that there was going to be a brand new character that I was going to play as in this case. And I don't know what happens in this case. The only thing I did was I just looked up what the character is wearing in this case specifically, and this is what Gregory Edgeworth's dad wears. But anyways, you guys have left a lot of comments for me telling me that I'm gonna really like this case and that this is a really, really good case, and some people have told me that this is the best case in the game. So anyways, let's do it here. Turnabout Legacy. Start from this episode. Let's do it. What shall we make today, kids?
Samson
and Judy's Bake and Bow.
Macarons, waffles of cream, chiffon cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile is true. All that sweetness, waiting for you. Well, over there, the oven's got something special to share. Pink. Now let's see what we've got for you. Let's cooking time. Ready to make something special together? Wow. Wow, talk about a blast from the past. Hey, Gregory, I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. I'm finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. April 2, 10:05 a.m. Zodiac Hall. Fountain Room. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on. Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star sign stuff together. I'm leaving. Chill, big guy, I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case? Of course. Von Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite. See? I was also present at the trial all those years ago, although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, and opposite him, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Karma. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too. You were in the courtroom. For Gregory's final outing. So the guy was found guilty. Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I wanted you to know something, see? That something, being what really went down, not the truth in those files, but the capital T, truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. This was back before yours truly was the fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. 18 years ago. December 24, 5 p.m. Christmas Eve. Detention Center. Visitor's room. Hey, Mystery, this one really came out of the blue, huh? It did. We were called in before, the ink on the arrest, papers were even dry. Yeah, so let me know if I did a good job on the outfit here, guys. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I'm here visiting a client with my assistant, Eddie Fender. So, we get to actually see what Edgeworth's dad was like. Because Edgeworth's dad played a very minimal role in the original Ace Attorney games. He only appeared in flashbacks. In the anime, though, Edgeworth's dad actually plays a greater role in the anime than he did in the original games. But he was a defense attorney, and also he was murdered. He was murdered, and he was killed by Von Karma specifically. And the reason that he was killed by Von Karma is because Von Karma won the case, but he proved in court that Von Karma used forged evidence, and that made Von Karma really angry, because Von Karma was obsessed with his perfect record. A murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? In the dark of the night, at the end of the day, I saw two timely saviors coming my way. Welcome, my friends, to the visitor's room. And if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. Whoa. Oh, talk about an entrance. I was not expecting that. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. Thanks so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it. I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. At your service. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do, everything I can to help. Come now, Edward. Calm down, please. You'll have to forgive him. He's still new to this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he truly is innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. What am I thinking? I haven't even told you my name. I'm Samson, Tangara. Samson Tangara. Like the tango dance? Well, it really is you. Samson Tangara, the world's greatest confectioner? You flatter me, my young friend. And call me Samson, all my pals do. Wow, thanks, Samson, I will. I can't believe I'm meeting you in person. It seems Eddie knows something of our client. Mr. E, it's the Samson Tangara, the singing, dancing, confectionery making sensation. What shall we make today, kids? Macarons, waffles with cream, tiffin cakes that are light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness, waiting for you. Look there. What, where? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Now, let's see what we've got for you. Wow, even the guard is impressed. I almost started dancing along. No way! I got to sing with Samson Tangara. This is a dream come true. Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course. I'm sure you're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? Samson Tangara. So you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer. I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You must really enjoy making desserts. Haha! Wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey! They're not just things, they're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations. That's the stuff that dreams are made of. So he aims to create joy as an inspirational pieces, does he? About the incident. I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside one of my creations. Inside one of your... No way!
The detectives in charge placed me under arrest because of it, and now here I am. But I could never take a life. Never! I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake.
I sure hope so. And what can you tell us about the victim?
His name is Artie Frost.
Artie Frost. He was taking part in the contest.
Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die?
I'm sorry. He seems genuinely upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangara, there's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct?
Correct. I swear to you I didn't do it. Like I told you, I could never take a life. Never!
He seems quite sincere. Alright, I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me.
Likewise, it's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives.
We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you.
Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both.
December 24, 6 p.m. Contest venue. So it's the exact same place, Fountain Room. It's pretty cold out there, huh, Mr. E? I never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it will be letting up anytime soon. Just look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. This is his house. Yes, big enough to hold an international confectionery contest, no less. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Come on in, we'll have us some fun. Oh no. Are you alright? I'm sorry. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bound, it's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangaro's assistant. You're no housekeeper, you're Judy Bound, the Judy Bound. You know a little something of my work? A little. I watch you on TV every chance I get. I'm Bacon Bop's biggest fan. It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Bacon Bop be? It's only the biggest show on TV. Every kid on the planet loves it. The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. Like this, check it out. What shall we make today, kids? Cookie dough, caramel too, fluffy cho cream, tiramisu. Everyone, come along. Bacon treats with a smile and a song. There, oh, where, who? There, it's true. The oven's got something special for you. Just take a bite, and you will see. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo. I dance along every time I watch the show. Perhaps Miles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. But all this dancing really takes it out of a guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. Ah, this is Ceylon, correct? It's delicious. Its citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting, so this is what a Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? How odd. The saucer's cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot. I see. Those teacups are very unique, too. The design is really something. I think so. Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Halik. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am. Those teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? Of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim. Is it true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangaro's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard the sound of something big collapsing coming from Samson's room. Samson, are you in here? Ah! I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Mount, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you have to save Samson. He's no murderer. He can never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others their tea then. Come, Eddie. To the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mr. E. Oh, it's Detective Bad. When he was younger, too. I never thought we would see him again. No way, everything in this room is made of chocolate. I can't believe I'm getting to see so many of Samson's creations this up close and personal. I might be more excited myself if the room wasn't a murder scene. Just hearing you say that sends a shiver down my spine. That might be the temperature in here, it's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty chill. Ah. Achoo! Defense on the scene already? That was fast. Pleasure to meet you, Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangaro. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. So this is before, Detective Bad got arrested, because this is 18 years ago. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective Tyrell Bad. The detective in charge is named Bad, a man of few words. Something about this just doesn't taste right. What is he doing? You're eating your note paper? He likes to chew over his thoughts rather than literally, I'm afraid. It helps him to digest and remember them. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Although I'd be the first to admit that's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined you in investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Mr. Tangaro's attorney. Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook. Even put words in their clients' mouths. You think I need that on my crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that. I don't trust attorneys. Okay, kid? Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah. What of it? Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent? And you didn't even see the scene yet. That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You about to tell me you're not leaving until I let you look over the scene? I am. Tisk. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time? I must admit, I didn't see that coming either. We better get started then. I'll need you to take notes, Eddie. On it, Mr. E. Let's get this over with. Okay. This is a fine selection of nautical paraphernalia. You think one of them could be the murder weapon? No, they're all made out of chocolate. You'd have a hard time bludgeoning someone to death with one of them. Can't tell what's real in here. They really do look genuine. I can hardly tell the difference myself. Here's the thing. You can actually kill people with anything frozen, even chocolate. Like, if chocolate is completely frozen, like really, really solidly hard, yes, somebody could bludgeon somebody to death with that. As ridiculous as that sounds, that actually could be the murder weapon. A true testament to Mr. Tangaro's skills. What are you investigating, officer? And there was a case in one of the Sherlock Holmes games I played. I think it was, The Devil's Daughter. There was a case in The Devil's Daughter where there was a sauna, and somebody got stabbed to death in the sauna. And, basically how the person did it, and there was no murder weapon, is what they did was they brought in a sharp piece of ice. And they stabbed the person with that, and then it melted away. It was gone by the time the police arrived. And then there was no murder weapon, and then they claimed that they didn't kill him. And so that's basically how the killer tried to get away with it. What are you investigating, officer?
Sir, I was just taking the temperature of the water here.
And what have you learned?
Oh, it's warm, sir. The stream in each, room flows into the main fountain, and then the water is circulated back to the rooms.
Unusual, to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. Rich folks, they're all crazy. How's it looking over here, officer? Nothing of interest in that cupboard, or...?
Yes, sir.
So, there is?
Oh, no, there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir.
You heard the man, Mr. Attorney. Nothing to add, am I right? No. So, you do have something to add. Oh, no. Tisk. Can't get a straight answer out of anybody. Perhaps you should ask a straight question. Who's this guy here? And you are?
Sorry, meditating. Did you want something, detective?
Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth. A pleasure to meet you. And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender.
I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. I'm a confectioner, here for the contest.
You are? What's your specialty, Mr. Gusto? What the?
The art of air and sugar.
No way! Look at that, it's like a little baby seahorse.
It's a dragon, a noble soaring creature of the skies.
That's a dragon? It does look more aquatic than airborne.
No need to sugarcoat it, my design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Zangfa when this is all over. I need to train hard.
Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design sense for now. So what are you doing in here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think they were allowing civilians in the scene yet.
Detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here.
Makes sense, seeing he's a contestant. Perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own. Carmelo Gusto. Those are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto. Chicken?
Sugar-blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar.
They're so cool, it's like watching a swordmaster do his thing.
I'm no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or another. That's why I wear red. That way it doesn't matter when I make a mess. The way of the confectioner is a lonely one. You never stop learning, not until you die.
The way of the confectioner sounds like a long one, too, if he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. Confectionery contest. What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play.
The contest was Tangaro's idea. It's about art. Confectionery as art.
Confectionery as art?
Art you can eat. Every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible.
The whole place does kind of smell like chocolate.
Tangaro's a genius. A once-in-a-generation talent. Flavor and flair. He has it all. And if you can't outdo the god of confections himself, you can't win.
I don't know, man. Beating out the greatest in the world seems kind of hard, yeah?
As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters.
So he does have a motive at this point because he wants to beat him, and he's better than him. So you're competing for a title, effectively.
And a treasure. The ultimate cookbook. Tangaro's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's a list of rules that was given out to the contestants.
Piece of paper listing the rules for the contestant. The Ultimate Cookbook, a title of the world's greatest confectioner. Rule number 1, judging will proceed clockwise from the leftmost room. All contestants together in Mr. Tangaro's room when judging ends. Rule number 2, non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. Stands and display materials will be provided. Rule number 3, contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed. Oh, look at this. We have the attorney's badge, too, here, yeah. Because we had the prosecutor's badge for Edgeworth. About the incident.
Sorry, I don't know much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over.
How is the judging organized?
It started at 3 p.m. Tangaro began making the rounds right around then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. My creations were the first to be judged. After that, he went to Scone's room. She's another one of the contestants.
What can you tell us about her?
Ruthless, brutal, there's nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of dream escape. Then, last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice, sculptures this time, or so I heard. Bound found the body, while Tangaro was still making the rounds.
She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tangaro went right on judging, claims he didn't know a thing about it until afterwards. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen.
Pretty suspicious behavior in anyone's book.
I don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Dad, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier?
I was going to ask about the piece on the wall here, the one in the frame. It seemed like something was off. But I better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. But then you bozos showed up and pulled me away from my very important work.
Bozos. Perhaps we can take a closer look at it together.
Can't take a hint, can you?
Mr. Augusto, would you mind helping us out?
Of course. Confectionery is my life. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
What's this?
Oh, there's a marking. There's a handprint on it. Who knew you could make a picture this pretty out of chocolate? Samson really is a god among men. Is it really made of chocolate, though? It looks far too much like a regular illustration to me.
You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook.
The ultimate cookbook? In other words, the grand prize. What? So it's not made of chocolate after all?
No, the book is simply, enframed in some. Tangaro showed it to all of us when he gathered us here to explain the rules.
So the participants knew the grand prize was in this room the whole time.
Anyway, you see it too, right? The frame, something's missing.
The oddity detective battle was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier, yes. You're right, Detective. Something is missing from this frame.
So it's not just me.
Huh? What's missing? I see the flower on the bottom left, and there's also a handprint in the middle. I better show Eddie which part of the frame is missing some chocolate.
Take that!
Look at the decorative work in the corner here. Something's missing, no? Oh yeah, it's different from the other side.
That's not like Tangaro. The balance is all wrong. But that's not all. Take a look around. Every confectionist room is missing some small bit.
You're right. The candle holder, the nautical stuff, they're all like that. Did somebody, Tangaro's creations have been tampered with in several places. Did somebody deliberately damage them? That's a very good question.
Or the Tangra just wanted to look like somebody messed with his work. He'd never do that to his own creations, never! Could this have some deeper meaning for the case? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. What's this? Are these finger marks? Yeah, but we don't know whose yet. Still haven't figured it out. No fingerprints, no ID. Finger marks without prints. They could certainly be important to the case. Maybe gloves? Someone left finger marks on the chocolate frame, but didn't leave any prints. It's a real head-scratcher, all right. Not really. I'm guessing whoever it was wore gloves. Oh, where's your sense of romance, or of adventure? There doesn't tend to be much of either at a crime scene, Eddie. Achoo! Oh, you're alright, Eddie. Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here. Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either. But it's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine. And besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge. I did, didn't I? Why did they have the heat down so low? Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind the panel on the wall. What panel? Look at that! It was all here this whole time. There's one in each of the contestants' rooms. Tangra hid them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of our work. And what do the controls do? They adjust temperature and lighting. It goes all the way down to -22 Fahrenheit, cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting. So in effect, each room is a giant freezer. It's 59 degrees in here. No wonder I'm cold. That's not cold. Oh, he thinks 59 is cold. That's not cold. That's not. If you stand in there for maybe a couple hours, you'll be cold. But no, I wouldn't say 59 is cold. Hey, Detective Bad, you mind if we turn it up a little? Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. But I'm not a detective. The same goes for attorneys, Eddie. We must never disturb the scene of the crime. Get used to the cold. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it. You know the temperatures by heart, huh? Guess it's your job. It's the very least I should know. Any real confectioner should be able to tell you that and more. Alright, what about lollipops and cream? If it's not too hot or too humid, a lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Cream needs to be kept around 50 degrees. Need to watch out for heat and humidity, huh? Duly noted. Detective Bad kind of brightened up when he was talking about lollipops, didn't he? I suppose he must be very fond of them. I don't believe there's any more left to be found here. These controls can be used to adjust the room's temperature and lighting. Red, yellow, green, dark blue, light blue, white. That's a huge range. Temperature set to 59 degrees. Light color set to white. The pieces in here are made of chocolate, that's why. While light makes them look better. Mr. Tangerel must see the room itself as part of his carefully crafted, creations. One of these candles here is missing. A candelabra made of chocolate. There's a little here, the light of life. Well, this particular light seems to be missing one of its life-giving frames. Does it have some sort of symbolic meaning? Or could it be? There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils. This tea set is of the same design as the one Mr. Bounce served us with earlier. You think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that? The pot and cup were dusted for prints. His were the only ones they found. And was that the case for the utensils too? Everything else had been washed, so there weren't any prints to find. And then Mr. Tangra was wearing gloves while he was working on his confectionaries. That could explain why prints were only found in the teapot and cup. A polyhelic piece with Tangra's fingerprints on it. Gloves. Tangra wore them when he was working on his masterpiece over there. They're conveniently good at hiding fingerprints too. I suppose it's possible to employ them in such a manner.
But is it really all that suspicious to find a pair of gloves in a kitchen like this? Not really. I'm a detective. Everything's suspicious. That's the job. This is where the body was found. So this is where the body was discovered. Yeah. They took it away already, but everything else is just how we found it. It appears the body was inside the treasure chest. Yeah. A woman by the name of Bound found it. Samson, are you in here? Oh! Seems she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was. What was the sound Bound heard coming from Tangaro's room? If only we had just a little more information. There's something else in here. Huh, it looks like a seal of some kind. With somebody's initials and an intricate shape carved into it. Is it for making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it belonged to the victim? No idea, but it's gotta get logged anyway, so I'll take that. A seal was found near the body was discovered. What could the design signify? It's really rather impressive, making an entire ship of chocolate. That's a Samson Tangara for you. Don't you just want to take a bite out of it? Which part to bite first, though? That's the real head-scratcher, you know? Bite any part of it, kid, and you'll be off this crime scene so fast, your head will spin. Hey, it's just a joke. Stop staring at me like that. I do sometimes wish Eddie could keep his cool a little bit better. This ship probably crashed. It probably fell on top of this. It's probably the noise. It's titled Voyage of the Red River. Rover. After sailing the seven seas, the legendary ship happens upon a great treasure at last. This piece is a tribute to the adventurous spirit of our ancestors. Who knew? So they sailed 6 whole seas before they found anything. Not exactly the luckiest crew out there. Sometimes, you gotta take a bunch of wrong turns before you find the truth. That's what being a real detective is all about. Did they even have detectives back in those days? One of the stands for the ship is broken. The ship collapsed because of its stands broke. Yeah. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait, do you think? Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? If he was, it becomes an accidental death, not a murder. You too serious? Don't worry, detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though. Detective, can you tell us a little bit more about the state of the victim's body? Let me see. Got a picture here someplace. You can see for yourselves. Death was from blunt force trauma. Yep. What I was saying earlier, blunt force, so really, anything can become a murder weapon when it's frozen. So anything. Food can become a murder weapon when it's frozen. When food is frozen, depending on how badly it's frozen, it becomes very hard. Anything that's frozen can really become a blunt instrument, when you really think about it. And what about the weapon? Has it been found yet? You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that. Detective's not one for sharing much, I see. Would you mind if we borrowed this? No skin off my nose, not like it's official. Bound took it with an instant camera when she found the body. An instant camera? Like it's disposable or something? No, it means that it develops pictures right there and then when you take them. No way, that sounds pretty convenient. Now then, I better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. I'll need to call my powers of deduction to figure out why. Who knows about the crime scene? The police have taken custody of the body. Also, here's the thing. The police would not use the picture that a civilian took, especially the person who found the body. They would always use their own pictures. The victim's body was found in Samson Tangaro's room inside a chocolate treasure chest. The cause of death appears to have been blood loss following blunt trauma. Sound of something breaking. The ship collapsed because one of the stands broke. I think this is connected. Let's see. Yep, it is. The stand broke and the ship collapsed with it. And the loud sound it made brought Miss Bound running. Yeah, said the ship had already keeled over by the time she got in here. But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break? Why did the chocolate stand supporting the ship break? Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. Could that really have been the case? No. No, Tangaro's a perfectionist. No, there's no way. Like, everything that we heard about him, he's a perfectionist. There's no way that he would create something that could possibly collapse like that. Tangaro's creation been tampered with in several places. Why did it break? Why did the chocolate stand supporting the ship break? It was tampered with. All of Mr. Tangaro's creations are missing a little piece each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. Do you think it could have been the killer? It's certainly a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely say the stand was damaged in our mystery person's tampering spree. And when it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the treasure chest, which would have remained closed otherwise. It's a journal belonging to the captain of the chocolate ship, but also made of chocolate. The Diary of Despair, that's some title. Come, hark, and see how we crossed the sea, and rode the red tide to misery. Quite a jaunty rhyme for such a tragic-sounding tale. This picture is not made of chocolate. It's the cover of a book, The Ultimate Cookbook. The Ultimate Cookbook. In other words, the grand prize. Yes, and framed in chocolate. Tangaro showed it to all of us when he gathered us here to explain the rules. So the participants knew that the grand prize was in this room the whole time. This must be the title of the piece. Angel beset by thorns. That's pretty mysterious. Really gets you thinking, huh? I think I'm a fan. You have good taste. I'm especially fond of it myself. It's simply captivating. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Gusto praised me. Now, Eddie, don't make this into a thorny issue by bragging about it. You have bad taste. Was that a dad joke, Mr. Edgeworth? I better make note of this occasion. Where did I make a joke? Dad or otherwise? A real crime scene. This is so exciting. This isn't a game, Eddie. I need to take it seriously. Don't worry, Mr. E. I'm taking notes on everything. You are? What kind of notes? Notes about how all this delicious stuff is made. Can't wait to try it for myself. I'm not playing around, Edward. Take this seriously. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. The Red Rover and the Crimson Tide. It looks like this title is the inspiration for everything on display here in this room. The ship and the treasure chest, of course, but also all the other nautical objects on display. Certainly a suitably grand theme with which to showcase Mr. Tangaro's talents. What am I missing right now? There's something in this room that I'm missing. Present.
Sorry, meditating. Do you want something, detective?
As I told you, I'm an attorney, and I was hoping you'd take a look at this. Is he meditating again? Perhaps better present him with something more meaningful.
The winner of the contest gets to call themselves the world's greatest confectioner, and that's my goal. After that, I'm going to Zangpa to hone my crafting skills. Once my creations look as good as they taste, I'll be truly unstoppable.
Shouldn't he have perfected that before entering the contest? Looks like a fire alarm. Yeah, and before you start prodding it, it's not made of chocolate. Push it and bells will start ringing. People will come running from the security room. A whole bunch of hassle, so don't. I know you want to, but don't. Honestly, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind. Typical attorney. Will this being an attorney have to do with anything? Okay, everything there is done. I'm missing something. What is it? Notice anything? You're doing this all wrong. Investigating is like a popsicle. You walk around the scene, look at stuff, talk to witnesses. Everything you do, it's like a lick of that popsicle. Slowly you eat away at it. Until all that's left is a stick. And written on that stick is the truth. And I suppose I better hope it doesn't say guilty. Scene of the crime. Nothing has been moved since the body was found, correct? Preserve the scene. That's rule number 1 of any investigation. They took the body away, but everything else, untouched. Could you tell us a little more about the state of the body before it was taken away? Bound took a picture. You'll have to make do with that, Mr. Lawyer. I get the feeling that the good detective's none too fond of defense attorneys. Probably best not rely too much on it and search the scene for clues and contradictions myself. This case, well, I can't get my head around a few parts of it. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like some more information about the scene of the crime. Sure, you got legs, don't you? Try using them. That's how the pros do it. Our duties may differ, Detective, but we both want to get to the bottom of what happened, don't we? Wouldn't it be better, if we worked together? The detective clearly sees himself as a strong, silent type. I suppose that is also how the pros do it. What a weird seal. If you use it like a stamp, it'd come out as PH, right? But if it's just for show, like a ring, it appears to say H9, I believe. H9, hit 9 maybe. Something's hitting streak. Nah, seems unlikely. Sounds like Detective Bad might be a fan of baseball. Oh, wait. Look, there's something stamped on the bottom. It says PH. Suppose that must be Paul Halik's pottery mark. Those are his initials after all. Miss Bound said she is a big fan of his work. His initials, huh? So if I'd made it, it would say EF. Perhaps you should practice by initialing your personal belongings first. Yes, what a gorgeous design. Really, it just seems a bit out there to me. Like, how do you even get your key in there? Art isn't about functionality, it's about form. Guess I'll have to take your word for it, Mr. E. This art stuff is way beyond me. Don't know what to do right now. Okay. There's something in this room that I'm missing, but what is it exactly? Oh. Is it this? A well-equipped kitchen, as one might expect. Sadly, it doesn't look like there's much to be found in the way of clues. Nothing of interest in the fridge either. We checked. That's that. I thought I had it. Now I'm really confused. Oh, deduce. This is what I have to do here. Okay. Okay, Edgeworth said that something's wrong with the crime scene. The victim's body was found in Samson inside a chocolate treasure. The cause of death appears to blood loss following blunt force trauma. Okay, this is it. I just have to think this over right now. PH.
Eureka!
The teapot. There's the same symbol. No, not this here. I'm certain there's something missing that ought to be here. The blood.
Eureka!
You said the only thing that has been removed from the scene is the body. Yeah, the blood. Did the blood get into the chocolate? Yeah, that and the piece of cloth it was wrapped in. Then something here doesn't quite add up. It doesn't. Take another look at the scene in front of us, Detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. You're right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics. What is it, Mr. E? Did you figure it out? Compare the treasure chest in the, photograph to the real thing. In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath the deceased's head. And yet that part of the chest is now gone. Yeah, why? That part with the blood all over it. Exactly. So did the police remove it, or perhaps the killer? It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. Somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene. Why? Could be. Notes of the crime scene. The police taking custody of the body. I think we're about done here for now. Crime scene notes updated in the court record. Well, if it wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangra did it. No two ways about it. What do you mean? All the rooms in this place look locked from the inside. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. I see. And who had access to that key? Who do you think? Tangra. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies. The one and only key that unlocks every door in the mansion. Tangra was in possession of it the entire time. With the mansion key, Tangra could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. Mr. Tangra's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope, which is exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? Why I think Tangra did it? If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangra would have been the obvious suspect. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest so the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up, so he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. The one thing he didn't plan on was Bound finding the body. Anyway, that's my thinking on this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? Do you also believe it was Mr. Tangra who damaged the other pieces in this room? Yup. I know you have to believe your client, that's your job, but I'm a detective, and I serve the law. And no matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect is still a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, Detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own? Heh, do your worst. Just as a detective won't compromise his devotion to law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. And I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims. Why I think Tangra did it. If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangra would have been the obvious suspect. That's hardly solid grounds on which to base your suspicion of Mr. Tangra, Detective. And that's hardly solid grounds to start shouting objections left and right, Mr. Attorney. Maybe quit interrupting and let me finish. Which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room.
Hold it!
And why would he deliberately not lock his door? Because if he locked it, he might as well have held up a sign saying he did it since he had the only key. But maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe he just left it unlocked without meaning to. He just happened to leave it unlocked, and somebody just happened to find a body inside? Come on, kid. You'll never make detective thinking like that. I don't want to be a detective. I want to be an attorney. I'd be grateful if you stopped trying to steal my apprentices. Look, there's a reason why Tangra left his door unlocked. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest so the body was on full display.
Hold it!
You're saying Mr. Tangra himself deliberately smashed the treasure chest open? Yup. If he hadn't, the body would have never been found. I struggle to see how he managed to destroy his creation while judging the contest at the same time. Exactly, and besides, there's no way he would have disrespected his sweets. He eats every last crumb on bacon pop while dancing. That's the only way his stuff gets destroyed. This isn't about what happens on TV, kid. You know about bacon pop, Detective. Am I the only one who isn't familiar with this show? Wow, I never would have guessed. Can you sing the theme song too?
Never mind that now. Focus! The point is that Tanjiro was responsible for breaking that lid. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up.
Hold it!
The judging began in Mr. Gusto's room, correct? Yeah. Kinda wanted to check his hard candy stuff out myself.
In that case, how about a demonstration? Well, it's you, detective.
Are you calling him a dirty dog?
It's a wolf.
A lone wolf. I like it. I'm starting to enjoy these little displays. Anywho. So he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. Do you have a clear idea of when exactly the murder took place? Not yet. Autopsy report's still pending. And yet you still went ahead and arrested Mr. Tanjiro. We may not know when the murder happened, but we know when the body was discovered. It was while Tanjiro was judging Gusto's room. Perfect alibi if he could set it up just right. But still not grounds for an arrest. Surely you have to agree with that. Do I? Especially when I've got nothing more to say to you. Why do I get the feeling he's hiding something? Detective Bad seems pretty convinced that Mr. Tanjiro is the culprit. But there's no way he would have vandalized his own creations. No way! Still, the treasure chest did get smashed in. There's no denying that. Perhaps we should focus more on what led to the body's discovery. Doing so should make it easier to spot the flaw in Detective Bad's theory. What led to the discovery of the body. The victim's body was found in Samson Tangaro's room, inside a chocolate treasure chest. The lid was closed until the ship collapsed. A part of the treasure chest was covered in blood is missing. Every other item in the room is also missing a piece of itself. The cause of death appears to have been blood loss following blunt trauma. One and only key, the door in the mansion.
Objection!
We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest, and that Miss Bound came running into this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure, seems likely based on the evidence. And yet, you assert that it was Mr. Tanjiro who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. And that it occurred only moments before Miss Bound had entered the room. Then it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tanjiro, who was out judging the contest at the time. I never said he did it then and there. He could have done something to the stand, so it collapsed when he was in the middle of judging.
Objection!
Have you any way of proving that assertion? Nope, but the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room besides those of Mr. Tanjiro? Yup, on the door. But we found Tanjiro and Frost's fingerprints on there too.
We were all brought in here for a briefing, right before we started work on our creations. Those prints are probably from then.
I take it you haven't checked any of Mr. Tanjiro's works for prints yet. Why would? We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible they left some prints behind when they did so. That's a good point. Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it? You, check all this chocolate stuff for prints. Now!
Yes, sir, right away. Detective Bat, we finished dusting the chocolate and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangara, sir.
Go on. Who is...
Delicia Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants.
Good work. You can go back to whatever you were investigating before.
Yes, sir.
So it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangara. Gora. Even without your lawyerly input, I wasn't able to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself. Delicia Scone. Miss Gusto mentioned her too. He said that she was ruthless, that she'd do anything to win.
This Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E?
Yes, I think we better try to speak with her ourselves as well.
Detective Bat, would you mind if we accompanied you?
Babysitting you is not my job.
Oh, come on!
But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. So if you want to tag along, be my guest.
Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. But Detective Bat, sir. I don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there.
It'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow.
It's gonna be Von Karma, isn't it? Who is this him? Who did they assign the case to?
Manfred Von Karma, I knew it.
What? They gave it to Von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years.
Manfred Von Karma, a living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. But I can't let that distract me. For now, I need to only continue to do what I believe is right.
Oh, it ends here? Oh, okay. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this part. If you did, do drop a like. And I guess we will be seeing Manfred Von Karma again. But thank you guys for watching. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.